guys, it's Wendy here from Wendy Wise Beauty. Thanks for stopping by. Today I will be doing predominantly a Fragrance World French Avenue video with some fragrances that I recently picked up. Some of them I will be comparing to the original fragrance and letting you guys know how close they are and if they are worth picking up. For those of you who are stopping by my channel for the first time, thank you so much. Should you find my video to be beneficial, I would greatly appreciate having you as a subscriber on my channel. I am trying to get to at least 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year and would greatly appreciate your support. To my returning subscribers, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and send me whatever comments you may have. On to the first fragrance in this video. Guys, this is a fragrance I came across wholly accidental. I ordered some Middle Eastern fragrances, and where I ordered the fragrances, they do give one free sample if you order a certain amount. So I got a free sample of the fragrance. I had no idea at the time this fragrance was from French Avenue. They only had the name of the fragrance on the vial and it is not a spray. So it took me quite a while to get to this sample. But as soon as I dabbed this fragrance on my skin, I was captivated and I ordered a full bottle because I wanted to spray this fragrance and enjoy it, because these little vials, you know, with the dabbers, they annoy me so much. So this is how I came across this fragrance. This is Saffron Elixir from Fragrance Avenue, and it is very nicely packaged. It's a bit hard getting out of here, but the packaging of the fragrance, it is quite cute. It is robust. And I do like this atomizer on the bottle. It finishes it off. This fragrance, guys, this was so awesome. I was enjoying this so much. You can say it inspired me in the other direction. I said to myself, oh my God, if this fragrance is so wonderful, I wonder what the original fragrance is like. So I went ahead and I ordered a sample pack from Matiere Premier, and the fragrance that Crystal Elixir is inspired by, it is called Crystal Saffron. So I have done the full comparison. By the way, I will be reviewing all of these fragrances. So today I will be letting you guys know how close Saffron Elixir is to Matiere Premier Crystal Saffron. I do know this fragrance by now inside out. I have worn quite a bit of this, and yeah, you can tell that this is for me such a big love, because this fragrance, it is so different. It is a different take on saffron. Okay, the original came first, but the French Avenue version, it is also a great fragrance. Saffron Elixir, the top note, it's saffron and cardamom, and then the heart note, it's caramel and amber, and it is laid on a bed of sandalwood, oak moss, and incense. The opening of this fragrance, it is very different. It is a fresh opening, but I would describe it more as, you can say, almost a cold opening. And I can understand why. The original fragrance, it is called Crystal Saffron. When this fragrance is first sprayed, it is so vibrant, so full of life, and it is really captivating. The saffron in Saffron Elixir, it will accompany you throughout the entire journey with this fragrance. It is saffron from top to finish. It is not a very spicy, warm saffron. It is more herbal and very, very aromatic. The saffron, you can say it explodes in the opening of the fragrance. The cardamom note, it is there in the opening, but it is not very dominant. It, you can say, complements the saffron, and I do like that the saffron is so dominant in the scent because it is a cold saffron, and this is not a saffron that you smell every day. It is something different and very beautiful. So it was, I can say, a good decision to allow this special saffron note to be present in every stage of the journey with this fragrance. Amber, it is listed in the heart. However, the incense note, it appears earlier than the amber. However, when the saffron, the amber, and the incense, when these notes mix, it is spectacular. This fragrance has such a beautiful middle. It is a bit warmer than the opening of the fragrance, but it is fabulous. Caramel is also listed as a note, but I do not sense this caramel note. It is a blend. However, after the amber becomes prominent in the fragrance mixed with the incense, in the next phase, as the fragrance progresses, it is woody notes which rear themselves and not any kind of sweet accords. The incense, it is listed in the base, but like I said, it comes quite early. And what I also like with this fragrance, there is sandalwood and there is oak moss, but the woody accords, they do not overpower this beautiful crystal crisp saffron aroma. When this fragrance is in the dry down phase on my skin, it is a bit warmer. However, it is still a crystal clear fragrance. Oh my God, this is such an amazing fragrance. I must say, throughout this entire journey I have been doing with Middle Eastern fragrances, this is one of the most unique fragrances I have come across. I mean, it is an inspiration, but I was introduced to this fragrance when sampling Middle Eastern fragrances. This one, it is an absolute gem. I do have Crystal Saffron here, and like I said, you will be getting a full video of this one. The differences that I could discern in the two fragrances. Saffron Elixir, it is a bit, not a lot, but it is a bit stronger than Crystal Saffron. The other slight little difference is that when Saffron Elixir is sprayed right in the opening, it has a tad bit more saffron. You can say the saffron note, it explodes a bit more. However, this tapers down quite quickly, and these two fragrances are pretty much the same. Honestly, I would give this about 95-98%. No big difference. I have to be honest with you, I do love this fragrance so much that had the difference in the two perfumes been, I would say, about 25%, I would have picked up the Crystal Saffron. I am sampling the other fragrances from Matiere Premier, and as opposed to picking this up, I do have about 1 or 2 other fragrances I wanted to get. If I were to buy Crystal Saffron, I would pretty much just be having the same fragrance twice. This really doesn't make any sense. The next one on my list from French Avenue, this one, it is called Enigma Deux. And this one, it is inspired by Angel's Share. And this is the packaging of this one, guys. I actually love this bottle very much. this pearl essence design of the glass. It is actually very pretty. This bottle, it is quite feminine because a lot of the packaging for the Angel Share inspirations or clones, they are mimicking the Kilian's bottle, and this one, it is different. Enigma Deux, the opening, it is listed simply as tonka bean and cedar. This version of the fragrance from French Avenue, it is to my nose a bit more feminine than a lot of the other clones on the market. It is a bit softer. It has a very sweet but sexy opening. The opening is sweet, but it is laced with very nice woody accords, so it is not like you would say candy sweet, but it is beautiful and inviting. In a lot of the Angel Share inspirations, this boozy note or the cinnamon note, it's always dominant in the opening, making some of these clones, you can say, leaning more towards the masculine side. The opening of Enigma Deux, it is actually very captivating. I love the opening of this fragrance. A lot of the Angel Share clones, actually, when I spray them, I do have quite a few of them. I normally have to wait a bit for the opening to tone down. You know, it is normally cinnamon or cognac. And this fragrance, I can enjoy it from the very first spray. The heart of this fragrance, it is a composition of cinnamon and hazelnut. However, the cinnamon, it is very toned down. What really dominates the middle of the scent, it is a very warm, you can say fragrant hazelnut note. And honestly, when I smelled this fragrance the first time, I was thinking that there had to be some florals in this composition. There probably is, because I can smell some very light floral, I wouldn't call them accords, but I would say nuances. It could be the cedar, but it is not at all a woody freshness. It is really a slight hint of a floral something. The heart note, it's warm, it is very beautiful. The base of the fragrance, it is simply cognac, and the cognac, it's already a bit present in the heart of the fragrance. However, the cognac in this scent, it is not overtly boozy, which I do appreciate. It adds a bit of depth, a bit of structure, or the fragrance would probably have been more sweet, girly, a bit pulling maybe too feminine. However, this fragrance, the composition, it is beautiful. I classify this one as a feminine version of Angel Share. To my nose, it is unisex, but leaning a little bit more on the feminine side. It is softer, it is a bit silky. This one, it is gorgeous. In terms of how close this is to Angel Share, I do have another one of my Angels Share sample here. Guys, I am working on this video, you know, to compare these perfumes, which one is closest to Angel Share. I have gone through most of my samples. I have to be honest, if you are looking for a direct replication of Angel Share from Fragrance World or French Avenue, I would say Royal Blend is the one to go to. This fragrance, it deviates from Angel Share in that it is more feminine. The boozy note, boozy accord, it is not as strong, and it does not have as much spiciness. So I would say in terms of inspiration, this is maybe 60-70% at best if I were to push it. But you guys know I am not such a big fan of the original Angel Share, so I am always looking for something softer, something a bit more feminine, and I absolutely love what French Avenue Fragrance World has done with this inspiration. I do have Royal Blend and I like it. However, I also love Enigma Deux because this is a different take. It is their own inspiration on the fragrance. Also the bottle, it is so beautiful. It looks so pretty in my perfume cabinet. Next on the list, it is called Spectral Ghost. This is from also French Avenue, and Spectral Ghost, it is inspired by Nishane Ani. Honestly, I am just going to talk to you guys about this fragrance today. I am wearing Spectral Ghost on this side and I do have Ani on this hand. I do have, I believe, 2 or 3 more inspirations of Nishane Ani. I have reviewed Nashid, which is from Latafa, and also Satwa, which is from Crystal Saffron. Like I said to you guys, I sampled Ani X again, and I do think Satwa, it is closer to Ani X because this fragrance, it has a bit more citrus notes. I just stepped into my perfume cabinet on the other wall to pick up the fragrances. This is Satwa. It is in my collection, I believe, since summer. This is the one which I think it's closer to Ani X, and this one, it is a beautiful inspiration of Ani or Ani X, and I do love this one very much. And the first one that I did purchase, it is Nashid from Latafa. But when I compared this, I did tell you guys that Nashid, it's a bit rougher and it is not such a creamy blend as Nishane Ani, but in the dry down, these fragrances are pretty much the same. When I got my last order of Fragrance World fragrances, I did order Spectral Ghost, which is from French Avenue. And guys, Spectral Ghost and Ani, you cannot tell these 2 fragrances apart. I decided to get Spectre Ghost. It is not Spectral Ghost, it is Spectre Ghost. I decided to get a sample as opposed to a full bottle because I already have Ani, and if the fragrances are so close, it would not make any sense, and it was a good decision because, like I said, there is very little difference between the 2 fragrances. Spectre Ghost, it is really a one-to-one inspiration, and probably this is what a clone is. It is just as well blended, creamy, and long-lasting as Ani. The only little difference I could tell between the 2 fragrances is in the opening. When Spectre Ghost is first sprayed, it has a bit more of a herbal accord, and when this dissipates, these 2 fragrances are pretty much the same. So I will not be picking up Spectre Ghost. I will finish off the sample, or maybe I might pass this on to someone else because it would be having the same fragrance twice. And I think with this one, I am through buying Nishane Ani clones because I do have at the moment enough of this DNA and I am satisfied. I mean, I have Satwa, which is pretty much Ani X, and then I have Nashid. So I really do not need any more of this DNA, honestly, guys. With Angel Share, it was different because I was really looking for a version of the scent which was more feminine, that I really could carry off throughout the day without it getting cloying and without me getting this on my chemistry, you know, the cognac note would be pulling more, you can say stale. It got a little bit funky at the end of the day. So it took a lot of testing. I have maybe about 6 or 7 inspirations of angel share. The video ranking all of my angel share inspirations or clones is coming up. I would just like to say thanks to the guys who wrote me back again saying I should try Spectre Ghost. I did have this on my list, but honestly, I did not order it because I did see quite a few reviews where people were saying that Spectre Ghost was pulling a lot more masculine than Nishane Ani. I have tried both fragrances and they are the same. This fragrance is not any more masculine than Nishane Ani. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you again soon on my channel. Do not forget to like and subscribe and share my video if you think it would be beneficial to someone else. Tschüss!